Don't do that.
Public service announcement. We know what you did.
Yep, we saw you. What up, what up, what up? It's the ATL Sports Endgame. It's training camp. So y'all get ready. We will be in the house tomorrow morning. So if y'all want to hang out with us and learn about the facts, the stats, and the truth,
These nuts.
we will be there to include these nuts. Before I get to the people in the chat, got my brothers on the panel too. My left, your right. We have, he's the senator, but today he's Mad Mike Sports. Mad Mike, how are you?
Something wrong with you, Negroes. I just want y'all to know that something desperately wrong with you. Like y'all need help.
Below me.
Help us, Mike. Help us.
Below me. You know them as.
No, don't say that fruity shit no more, Aunt.
It's
no.
It's Mr. White, aka the Teflon.
I love everybody.
You know what? And now we have a special guest, my brother, who's on all of the shows. He has graced his presence with me. It's the franchise.
Questlove.
No, sir. My hair's down today. Nice try.
Hey, you can't say that out loud in so many circles now. Let everybody know you had that.
Yeah, they might try to braid your hair. Braid my hair.
No. Everybody can touch my hair. Gonna pull back a nub.
That booty juice.
Booty butt cheeks.
We are not handle the anal grease today, man. Nope, we're not. Nope, we're not doing it.
No baby oil.
Hey,
no
Vaseline. Oh, the booty talk. What is going on?
All right, man. We're gonna get to the people in the chat. We got King Treyway in pole position. What's good, man? We got Silk Legacy. What's going on? We got Diamond 181. What's good? Please don't pay us any attention. We're just ramping up for training camp. We got engine number 9. Good to see you. What's going on? We got Mr. Lee. What's up, man? That's it. We got, hey, Sonya. Yeah, you know, we getting ready to crank it up for training camp. Tank, what's good?
Well, I'll let you tomorrow, girl.
Yes, sir.
You know, I got to get me a hood again. Got to get a hood for
That's
Sonya.
right. All right, man. Look, we got a good show for you guys tonight. It's training camp, but before we get into that, we're going to get into we got some sports news going on here. Mike, carry it away, man. What we got on the sports news for the Falcons today?
Well, the news came out not too long ago that the injury that our number 2 wideout and Darnell Mooney suffered was a shoulder injury, and we went out and signed DJ Chark, a wide receiver. He played for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Carolina Panthers, and another team that escapes me right now.
Chargers.
Well, the Chargers. Thank you, the Chargers. And he's a former 1,000-yard receiver. Pretty. He's a veteran guy, which is what the Atlanta Falcons need at this point, especially in training camp. But the most important thing is that it's not a injury with Darnell Mooney that's going to keep him out for the regular season. But they're going to kind of keep him out for training camp. I kind of gave my take on it, but since I'm already here and we're here right now, I'll say it again. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like how wide receivers diving for balls in training camp. I don't think it's very smart. Take it easy because you want to get through it. You want to play hard, but doing stuff like that during the training camp just ain't smart. If you're a veteran guy, Now, if you're young, man, like, look, you dive all you want to, but you the veteran guy. We need you. You got to understand your importance. And like I said, I understand that he's trying to make a play, but you're a veteran. You are Drake. You are Darnell. Those are 1-2 receivers, and we cannot lose you whatsoever. We can't lose y'all guys at all. So, look, that's one thing. That's the bad, but the good in this, depending on how you look at it, he ain't going nowhere, nowhere. This pretty much is guaranteed that this guy ain't going no damn where.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I talking about, y'all?
You want to go ahead and say it, Mike? Go ahead and say it.
Well, Kyle ain't going no goddamn well now. You can't afford to pay his ass right now because you don't know, you don't have a freaking clue what's going to happen. What if this going to be a injury that's going to nag him for the rest of the season? So you can't afford to get rid of a Darnell Mooney because now you're down to two guys currently that we know of that has put up. You got Kyle Pitts and you have Ray McLeod. So we have those two guys that we know that can play well at this moment, and you cannot afford to give away a Kyle Pitts, knowing that Darnell Mooney has a shoulder issue.
Right. One thing about that, and we're gonna get on to the next topic, is injuries show up usually when you're in the midst of catching a ball or getting hit. So that's when those nagging injuries can come back. It's a part of the process. Unfortunate, but again, that's what we're going to get into as far as training camp, because training camp is now about, for the Falcons, is about chess, not checkers. It's about being able to preserve the best players that you got on the team for the season. Because remember now, we still got preseason games. So you are gonna get a chance to see some of our young talent. But yeah, the veterans, yeah, you're definitely going to have to protect those veterans, especially with the schedule that we got. Because we don't have, well, let's put it like this: we don't have any games that we can afford to lose, but we especially don't have any divisional games that we can afford to lose. So, looking through the chat right now, yeah, and look, man, injuries are gonna happen. That's just the nature of the game. You, however many injuries that you can avoid, that's basically the goal for this. So like I said, training camp is here. Make sure you guys, if you want to, meet up with us, we will be there tomorrow. Okay, we'll be there tomorrow. But with this in here, yeah, training camp or whatnot, I really want to get to this right here because I know me and Ann been jumping at it, but this right here, this is really what I want to get to. Now, as you all know, we've all seen all of the videos and some of the still shots of, the guys at training camp, the fans getting to meet with MPJ and, just love, guys been, Bijan Robinson, Drake London and everything like that. But one particular player that has been going across social media, the media, the stuff, is one Kyle Pitts. And I'm going to let Franchise start off with this because Kyle Pitts was looking good. And I'm like, well, like you see up here, Kyle Pitts looking good while haters continue to complain. Now, and we've been dealing with some of that, as one, Kyle Pitts, we backing him up. So what's your take on this? What have you seen?
Well, I think he's been getting some unfair, flack because of the cards he's been dealt since his rookie season. He's had to juggle 6 quarterbacks,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody else, is held to that that standard that was drafted. So I don't understand why are we only holding his feet to the fire.
Right.
But I think he's in line to be a breakout player this year because of what he's been through these past, 4 seasons.
Okay.
And he finally hopefully has a stable quarterback for the foreseeable future.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. And that's very important. And that's the key. Mike has said it, K Styles has said it, I've said it, and we're gonna get to Mr. White because a lot of people don't realize stability is in the players that you keep, not the ones you bring along. Not the ones you add, it's the ones you keep.
Yep.
Sam, I know you've been seeing this, all across the news and whatnot. What's been your take about this?
Well, Falcon fans are Falcon fanning. I saw, you can move the goalposts, change the goal per narrative all you want to. You are running out of excuses not to be positive. And don't get it twisted. Yeah, he does have to put that into the regular season consistently. But I refer you to the 3 games at the end of the year, which I saw today. Him and Penix was doing in them last 3 games.
Yep.
Kyle Pitts got targeted about 22, 23 times over the last 3 games.
Yep.
Yep.
See, this is how you know when people don't pay attention. They just be looking to be a regular old empty wagon, just making a whole lot of noise. I'm glad to see him out there in stride. There's no hitch in his giddy up, which tells me that knee is fine. They got it right. As far as the season is concerned, it should continue. Season expectations, I will say, refer to rookie year with the last steady absolute quarterback that we had.
I'm glad you said that. Sam. See, when I hear people talk about Kyle Pitts and him not doing what they had expected him to do, I always refer to the black and white. You can't argue black and white. My thing is, if Kyle wasn't doing what people claim he should have been doing, then he wouldn't have been on par with what tight ends did last year in the NFL. See, again, this is why I always encourage people, go do your homework. We're not making this stuff up. It's in black and white. If he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, he wouldn't have made numbers that match the numbers of a tight end for the season. The thing is, y'all want him to have wide receiver numbers on top of those tight end numbers. And that's not realistic because he's not a wide receiver. He can manage some of the routes, but he's not a wide receiver. The other half of that is, in most games, when he wasn't getting those numbers, he was clearing out for other players to get numbers. Again, go back and look at each player's numbers that we had on the team and who benefited from him sacrificing his numbers. See, that's the problem. Y'all don't know your arithmetic. If I subtract Kyle Pitts getting his numbers, I add to the other weapons on the team so that they get their numbers. It's not something I'm making up. You can go look it up. So when I hear people say, oh, well, he better do it because he a 4th overall pick or he this, he that. Let me tell y'all something. It don't matter where you pick that in the draft. That does not determine your ability to do anything on the field. We've already gone over that. And for those that want Julio Jones numbers, go look at Julio Jones on film. That's where you're going to find his numbers. Okay? It's too many weapons on the team to be focusing on one person. And y'all know that. You either going to love him or you're going to love to hate him. And he said himself, if you hate him, he don't care. Because you a bot and you ain't going to get out here in this weather and do what he do. And I laughed at that. I'm sorry. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where the way he's playing right now and the relationship that he has with Mike Penix, he's going to be a problem. But he's going to be a problem that shares the load with the other weapons we got on the team. So, and that's incorrect, Tank. So I'm not even going to go back and forth with you. Look at the numbers, do your homework. At this point, y'all can go look it up. I'm not arguing with nobody.
Bring your ass in here with that goddamn fungus ass shit.
No, he can bring it in here, but you're arguing a moot point. Y'all want Pitts to have Julio numbers. If you want Julio numbers, go watch Julio. Plain and simple. So, I mean, Mike, you give me your take on this right here, because I know this is like beating the dead horse that got up and said, "Stop beating me."
For the Kyle Pitts thing.
Yeah.
So my thing with this is what's the point? What's the agenda? Because we try to pretend as though it's like because it's a top 5, you don't want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like everybody gets the benefit of the doubt. I don't know too many guys that have been top in the top 4, top 5, top 10 draft picks that done had to deal with 6 quarterbacks.
Right.
2 head coaching changes. I'm just saying. It's like when you had your first taste of how should I say this without being disgusting? When you had your first taste of pudding, you kind of have a nice taste. You kind of get addicted to the pudding, right? That pudding tastes good after a while, don't it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
That pudding tastes really good. That pudding tastes real good after a while. And then they snatch the pudding out of your hand. Leo, I said pudding. Okay, stop being disgusting. I said pudding.
Get your mind out the gutter, sir.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Out of the lap.
Yeah, out of the lap, sir. But once you start getting that generic bullshit that when you go to the dollar store and you get that knockoff stuff and it tastes like how that damn what that stuff they used to put on in the sugar. It was knockoff sugar.
No. You talking about
Sweet
you had
love.
real sugar and he had sugar free.
Yeah.
Sugar bullshit like that stuff. Like you don't want that bullshit. You want real sugar. That shit don't taste good. And that's how it is with Kyle Pitts. He done had his first taste of pudding, and I'm talking about Matt Ryan, and then you go from Matt Ryan to Marcus Mariota.
That's NutraSweet right there.
Then I broke down Kirk Cousins. Not that Kirk Cousins is not a quality quarterback, but the version that we got now is a broke down, beat up old truck. It's like he doesn't want that anymore. Nobody's take Jesse. Shut up. You've been disgusting, Jesse. Um, but you don't want that. You don't want the knockoff stuff. You want the real stuff. So my thing is, when you have these players, man, you got to give these guys the benefit of the doubt. And sometimes that's just the way things work out for some players. Some players are lucky than other. I mean, look at Jamar Chase. He's the luckiest guy in the universe because he had the same quarterback ever since he was in college, and now he's in the NFL with the same quarterback.
Right.
So these guys are lucky. So we got to give these guys the benefit of the doubt when it come down to certain things. And I think Kyle Pitts is just one of those talents. Yeah, the talent means something, but at the end of the day, you got to be lucky to be able to play with a Matt Ryan. Julio was lucky to play for a Matt Ryan. Roddy was lucky to play for a Matt Ryan. Like Tony Gonzalez was lucky. He knew he was lucky for playing with a Matt Ryan after he played like 8 years with Kansas City, and they could not win anything. He had all the numbers, but they couldn't win anything. They couldn't even get to AFC championship and all that type. They barely could get to that type of stuff consistently. And then he got with Matt Ryan, and they went to the NFC championship, literally a couple of plays away from going to a Super Bowl. So, like, it's. I'm not gonna point the finger and say, all right, Kyle Pitts needs to run routes better. Like, look, I've seen Randy Moss literally quit on several plays, and y'all act like Kyle Pitts is the only person that done quit. I've seen Taylor Owens quit. I've seen some of the guys you wouldn't even believe quit. I mean, this is gonna be unpopular for me saying this, but Barry Sanders quit on his team. He had physical ailments. I'm not saying that he had a reason, but he quit on Detroit. He said, "We ain't winning shit, so I'm tired of beating up my damn body," and he quit. So all this stuff when it come down to Kyle Pitts, man. Like I said, I know that's not going to sit well with people. Me saying about the great Barry Sanders. He's a legend, but he quit on this team. Rightfully so. But he quit. All I'm saying is things happen in the NFL, and we got to stop just pointing the finger at one person and look at the entire picture. Barry Sanders quit because the organization refused to put the right pieces in and playing in place for him. So he called it quits. He's like, I'm tired of it. And it's the same thing with Kyle Pitts. Like they refused to put at that time, they couldn't put the pieces in the right place for him. Obviously, because of what Julio did, and that's a whole nother situation, but it's reasons as to why. And we gotta take that into consideration.
Well, Mike, you know what too, and this is where people's entitlement kick in. Half of y'all out here don't understand what a serious knee injury does for you. I have a knee injury. When you first get a knee injury like what Kyle Pitts had, half of y'all out here wouldn't go to work, let alone play in a sport where you could get hit again. You got to understand something. For a dude his size to get a knee injury, and in my humble opinion, I believe it was deliberate on Chicago's part. So y'all can hate me if you want to, but for you to recover from that knee injury, yeah, the physical can be healed up, but you mentally have to get yourself back in the game. And I said this the whole season, and nobody listened to me. I said that man is not giving 100% because he's not comfortable with his knee, and he don't want to re-injure it.
Yep.
But until you have or have had a injury of significance, you don't understand what it takes to mentally get yourself back to where you were before you hurt it. I'm going to tell you right now, whatever injury you get, you will never be 100, ever. Once you injure yourself, you'll never be 100. You'll be close. Because scar tissue in an injury will limit you maybe about 5 or 10%. But this is the problem with us. We are spoiled and entitled fans not thinking of reality. Like, you don't understand what they go through to get back to where they are as far as healing and conditioning and training. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all just say, well, he better do this, that, and other because I said so. Because you said so ain't good enough. Again, your fandom ain't that strong to demand anything of this man that you not going to get out there and do. You wouldn't do this in your regular life. And I'm saying it with my whole chest.
Mm-mm.
The thing is, it's okay to have expectations on players, but let's be realistic. Because if that was you, you would want grace. So don't come up here with your entitlement like you ain't paid this man no millions of dollars. Your little season ticket ain't gonna help him pay for his light bill. I promise you, it won't. It won't. It's not. You might think it is, but it's not. So we gotta learn to be realistic about stuff. You want to see him play. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him play. You think I was happy to see him not give his all, but I understood. You either want this man to give his all on a hurt knee and risk damaging his career where he can't play, or you want him to take his time, piss you off, and then get back to where he need to be. That's just what it is. And for y'all out there on Twitter that's mad that this man is playing well in training camp, I'm going to say it again for you guys that decide you want to glue your ears shut. The way you practice is the way you play. And I'm going to give a little side snippet. I'm loving this arrogant, smart alecky quarterback we got, because he been getting under y'all skin this whole week. He even got under the skin of the analyst on ESPN's First Take about what he said boldly about this team. We're going to stay tuned for that. But I want to get to this main topic here because, Ant, you and I have been going at it the whole time with people on here. And this right here, because I got some good slides for y'all for the training camp, so we're going to talk about those. But I want to get to this right here. This Jeff Ulbrich video that surfaced with him out there with the team and his defense. All I'm going to tell you is it's looking more or less like what I said at the end of last season when we knew we was getting him. This looked like his defense. And Raheem just happened to be helping out. Because Ulbrich was out there. My defensive coordinator was out there putting hands on players. He was telling players, he said, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you don't get a jersey. You don't get to suit up. Let me say that again. If you don't do what you're supposed to, you don't see the field.
Period.
He was putting hands on players. He was walking up to players like, nah, don't do that. Do this. A, B, C, D. Go back and do it. Oh, no. It doesn't matter how you look. The technique is what needs to be. So, Ant, please go ahead and extend this conversation here because I'm loving this.
Well, he wasn't lying when he said he was going to bring an attacking style defense to this team, and you can already tell that he is very, very much, how can I put this? He has so much knowledge, especially when it comes to linebackers, which we just drafted one top of the at number 8 this year, which he can move all over the place, just like somebody else that we already had, Caden Ellis. And then you couple that with Ali our defensive line coach, that's bringing some much needed energy to that room and to this defense. That's going to allow somebody like James Pierce Jr.
Mm-hmm.
to stick his ears back and go get it. Go get the quarterback. Because I don't know what people weren't seeing in the draft, but he was one of the best pure passers in that draft.
Yep.
Hands down. Period. Go look at the tape. You ain't got to take my word for it. But Jeff Ulbrich is going to combine all this talent that we have on defense into one unit, one cohesive unit.
Yes,
Something
sir.
we have not been doing in a very, very long time.
Yep. DJ Freaknik, appreciate you, man. $1. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you for tuning in. But I'm Sonia, you are correct. You are correct. Yeah, he's definitely getting everybody ready. The thing that I like about what I saw was, again, he going over there congratulating Braylon. How you doing, Braylon? You feeling good? Okay, bro. Good, good to see you. He out there with, what I'm saying, James Pearson them. He's showing them, hey, no. When you hit this, no, it ain't about going low. Hit the technique like this. Yeah, that's how you do it, just like that. You see him with Jalen Walker. Jalen, what you doing? This, that, and the, oh yeah, no. You do it like this, no. And he's letting them know, like, no, if you're not really into doing what we're doing, you're not on the field. You talking to people like, Jesse Bates and stuff like that. And I'm seeing him put hands. Like he's seeing how good your hands are. Like he's like, yeah, I'm a former linebacker. Let me see how good your hands are. He's getting in there. Now, of course, in the video, it's 6 minutes long, but in the video, you're gonna see Raheem. He'll be running beside somebody and pushing them along. But Jeff is in there. Jeff is in there. Jeff is on him, and Jeff got that no nonsense attitude. But at the same time, he's teaching. He's showing, hey, this is how we're gonna do this. This is what we're gonna. He's setting the tone for what he wants his linebacker room to be. No nonsense, all focus, all gas, no brakes. And we ain't afraid to attack anybody. And he's not afraid to give praise where it is, but at the same time, he's like, nah, if you need to do it better, he gonna shout you out and do it just like this. So basically, what I'm expecting is a very aggressive defense, secondary, like he was calling out AJ and all of that, because he wants the entire defense to have his mindset. I ain't say Raheem's. I say he wants the entire defense to have his mindset. That's why I'm like, y'all might not agree with me, but this look like his defense. Sam, correct me if I'm wrong, because I showed the video. Y'all can go on.
You
I
know
think
what
it's
I
on
love
Twitter.
the most about that video?
What's that?
There was not now Homer Simpson sighting.
Oh, he was there. But he was in the back. He was watching Jeff Ulbrich. He was watching Jeff Ulbrich.
He might have been on the field, but his ass wasn't in the damn way.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was assisting. So
the communication and camaraderie. You walking up and talking to guys and they zoned out with the plays they got in their hand. And, oh no, my bad. I ain't mean to bark. Keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? Exerting that energy, exerting that focus, exerting that vision. Yeah. It's gonna be a little bit different.
Not to cut you off, Sam, but I'm DJ Freaknik. At this point, I'm not sure. Like I said, we don't. For me, I'm not gonna say. I can't really say, because, like I said, we gotta see how the paper goes on the field. But if I had to guess, I would put us, if everything goes the way it's supposed to go, and like Mike would say, we had a little bit of luck and Homa don't get in the way, I believe we could probably be we probably be in the top 20. Just to start it off, because we don't know how they're going to respond, this season. So but I would believe about top 20. I don't think we're gonna be dead last. But that's
If
just an
you don't
estimation.
get your punk ass out of here with this goofy ass shit. All right, you about to get blocked with this punk ass shit. All right, ain't nobody. Look, you can suck an elephant nipple off. All I give a fuck about what the fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you getting. I'm keeping that same energy, bitch. I do what the fuck I want to do. We do what the fuck we want to do. I'm not gonna jump to a conclusion because Tanky Poo wants us to keep the same energy and suck off goddamn Raheem's earlobe. I know I'm not gonna fucking do that. He gonna have to prove to it. Just because we got a good roster, just because we got some good players that we believe in Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr., Watts and Jesse Bates and Leonard Floyd and all these guys, doesn't mean that we're gonna put it together. This is what it takes when you're talking about time, patience, chemistry. We can't sit up here and say right off the bat that this team is going to be a top 10. We don't know that. We haven't seen a damn thing. We going to training camp tomorrow, and we don't even know what the hell we looking at yet. But you want us to give a fucking fucking answer. So DJ, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this little goddamn girl we got in the damn in the chat called Tanky Poo up here trying to tell us to keep a fucking energy. We ain't seen the damn quarterback throw a damn left-handed pass yet.
Hey, I got a question. Have we even seen them with pass on yet?
We ain't seen none of that, and you want to
but wait now, because Jeff said it in the video. He said, "Man, I can't wait till we have pads on." So that lets you know I can't go and say I can't grade them officially based on training camp. That's potential. That's why I said the paper needs to be on the field.
I don't fucking hate you. I just think you're a fucking idiot. That ain't the same thing.
But real talk, if y'all, Raheem's in the video, he's over to the left. I'm gonna tell you, Raheem's in the video over to the left, and Raheem is he got 2 seconds of him going to the left doing something, and then you see him helping out. But Jeff is all about him, and he's calling out everybody. He's calling out people, the DBs. He calling out the daggone front. He calling out the linebackers. He's making sure that defense has his mentality. And I told y'all this last season. I said, do not be surprised based on the move that was made and Jeff Ulbrich's son fucking up. That man is becoming a beast. I said, do not be surprised if you see him cussing out Raheem on the sideline, because the shit that Jeff Ulbrich knows the potential we got right now for this defense, and he knows that this defense is done. It's coached well. It's going to be difficult to stop. It's going to be difficult to stop, and he ain't got no leeway to be making no huge mistakes. So I'm telling y'all, y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. This team is not the team. The team we had last season is not going to be the team this season. Mike Penix was quiet. This dude is an absolute asshole. So you don't think the defense about to be some? I'm telling you. Pay close attention to training camp. Pay close attention to training camp.
I think we gotta stop focusing on Raheem Morris and focus more on what Jeff Ulbrich is doing.
Right.
Because focusing on Raheem Morris, that's a distraction.
Right.
That's you getting distracted by a piece of cheese over here. Look at this. Look, hey, I got some gold for you. Here you go.
Right.
No, he's just having a phone moment.
Yeah. See, the thing is, number one, nobody gonna make me feel bad for cheering for my players on my team. Why? Because I'm a fan through and through. I've had to take the bad on the chin. So me seeing them going in a positive direction, I'm gonna be on that all day. I'm gonna be on that all day. The thing is, nobody is saying Raheem Morris is a bad coach, but Raheem Morris
I am. Fuck Raheem. And anybody who else can suck a fucking elephant titty off, okay? Fuck him until he prove it. Hey,
well,
that man ain't
that's what
proved a damn thing. This is about proving stuff. Okay? The Bible states a man has to work hard in order to be given blessings. Okay? Blessing. You gotta work hard. You gotta work hard. A man has to work hard. Okay, let me say it again. A man has to work hard in order to receive. So you can't be sitting out here just thinking because he's Raheem and he's a black nigger. Okay, fuck what y'all say.
You see the
He's a
Negro?
black man he's been chosen for opportunity, but at the end of the day, let me rephrase that. He's a man that's been chosen for an opportunity, and he has to prove that he's worth it. He still got to work it. He still has to work. Okay. None of this is about being black. This ain't about being white. This ain't about somebody being liked or any of that. You still have to put in the work. And that's the thing that we're talking about. You want to sit there here and because he fucking Raheem, you want us to just, praise him. I'm not praising nobody who hasn't put in their work. Raheem ain't put in no damn work right now because he ain't put in no work that's been we've seen on the field. We've seen the same stuff out of him ever since he's been a head coach. So until he shows not only me, but he gotta show this to the most important person. The most important person ain't me or Juan or Ant or Sam. The most important is Mr. Blank. He got to prove to Mr. Blank that he's worthy of this job because if he doesn't, his ass is grass, Mr. Postman. So
yeah,
all this keeping that energy. Look, that's soft stuff for somebody. Look, it's like a pretty girl. When you and your homeboy look like the same girl, what you gonna try to do? You gonna try to convince him? Hey man, come on man, bro. I like that girl. No man. You get the next one. Nah man, that girl ugly man. Don't do that. And then both of y'all talking shit about each other because y'all going after the same girl. Okay, that's what it's about.
that's what
Y'all trying to go. Go ahead, Warren.
but no, that's what I was saying. No, he's gonna have to earn it. But see, what people didn't expect, and this is why I had the stance I did on Jeff Ulbrich. Jeff Ulbrich knows his job is gonna have to be earned. So what you see him doing, putting into work, right? Raheem is not gonna be able to smile his way through anything that's out of pocket. But the thing is, now he's got people in this camp that's like, I don't care nothing about you smiling. I'm gonna put in the work. My guys are gonna be on point. So if you start if the team start fucking up, we know where to go. And that y'all got to understand the significance of what we got going on right now. The Falcons are put in a position to where it's almost like we come into the season like playing a playoff game. We got to win our division home game first. And then we got another divisional game, maybe I think the third game of the season. You got to understand how significant that is right now, because let's be real. Although we ain't too concerned about the Saints, they have a way of slipping up. You gotta hope that the Panthers ain't got no traction, and you gotta hope that Tampa ain't coming with no A game either. It ain't guaranteed that we gonna win it now. That's the whole thing. We would like to think we are. Right.
That's all y'all want. And y'all want praise and worship and all that now. But at the end of the day, we don't know if the Panthers, the Bucks, the Saints, what they look like. But y'all want to just focus solely on our team. Like that's not how football works. It's always a team that we don't expect to come out.
Right.
They end up coming doing things.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So to play the same team that we swept last season, you gotta think they got a chip on their shoulder. While they got a lot of older players, you still got players on this team that have yet to have their NFL experience. So you wanna be smart about getting your team ready. That's why I'm like, if you ain't gonna cheer for the team while they practicing like this, then why are you cheering for them when we on the field? You can't hate your team to be good and then get mad when they perform to your expectations. Let me say that again. You can't hate your team to be good and then get mad when they perform to your expectations. It don't work like that. What you got, Sam? Oh no, Sam might have went mute. Yeah, Mr. Lee said the schedule is hard. Can head coach Raheem out coach? That has yet to be seen. That's all I'm gonna say from that. That has yet to be seen. Because I mean, and other than these press conferences, what have you seen?
I'm tired of talking about it. It's like beating a dead horse. Like I'm ready to focus on, like I said earlier. Let's start focusing on what Jeff Ulbrich is bringing to this team instead of what Raheem didn't do or what we don't think Raheem is capable of doing this year. We got a brand new coach, well, a couple of coaches that came to this team and bringing a brand new scheme that our players have to get acclimated to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, nobody hates you. We just hate we hate stupid motherfuckers. Okay, I want you to understand that you're STUPID stupid.
Now, also, I want to hit this side topic that I didn't put up here, but like I was saying,
You don't even know what the hell you even believe in, talking about some motherfucker. I believe Raheem. You don't believe in a motherfucking thing because he ain't got nothing on his damn resume except he's a black man that coached under good coaches. He ain't got shit on his damn resume. He followed his way. He got lucky that he went to goddamn and coach at Aaron Don. He got lucky. Get out of here with that bullshit. Y'all kill me with this nonsense of talking about I believe in. You don't believe in a motherfucking thing. You don't know nothing about Raheem. You can't tell me one goddamn thing that he done fucking developed. 1 10% he's developed, but talking about I believe in Raheem. You believe in a goddamn dream that he is me. That's what the fuck you believe in. You believe in a damn song and a slogan. Y'all believe in slogans. Y'all don't believe in actual facts. Because you believe in actual facts, you will know that Raheem ain't never did shit. Ain't did a damn thing. Ain't won shit. Ain't developed nothing. Ain't created no defensive scheme that was synonymous to him. He ain't never did any of that. Ain't never did anything. He fired a young coach. He fired a young coach and brought in his buddy who did something. But Raheem ain't did nothing. And his buddy ain't did nothing either. Okay? Jeff Ulbrich ain't did nothing. We over here hoping that these guys finally get it together. We're hoping as fans. But don't tell me that you believe in it because it's not true whatsoever. You believe in a Bill Belichick because Bill Belichick actually did something. You believe in the Tony Dungy because they actually did. You believe in the Bill Cowher because they actually done so. You believe in a guy like Bill Parcells that actually done so. You believe in the Sean Payton because he's actually won. You believe in Mike McCarthy and all these other guys that actually been some motherfucking where and actually done something. So y'all can save all that kumbaya, I'm a Falcon for life bullshit, and I believe. Y'all believe in goddamn dreams.
Because if you actually believe in somebody, you would be believing in Matt Ryan because he actually fucking put up the fucking numbers. Over 60,000 fucking passing yards. Instead of a Negro that run fast and was the number one rushing quarterback in NFL history. That's what y'all believe in. Y'all don't believe in success. Y'all believe in a freaking fairy tale like it's a freaking Disney Channel. This ain't goddamn Little House on the damn prairie. This is real life. And until they actually show us why, as Falcon fans, should we believe anything that Arthur Blank or Rich McKay, all these guys say? Oh, they say this and they say that. But what have they actually done? What have these guys actually done to garner our respect? What have they done to say, all right, we're going to do anything and everything to win that championship? Y'all hide behind these fake-ass slogans that don't mean nothing. You got to show it. You got to prove that you want to be the best like a Kobe Bryant. You got to prove that you want to be the best like goddamn LeBron James and Michael Jordan and all these other guys, these Magic. They proved it. They got in the damn gym and spent years and months and days and hours perfecting their craft. And you saw what they put through. You saw the results. But you want to sit up here and tell me that Raheem, you believe in Raheem when he ain't did nothing? Please say that shit for somebody who else cares. I don't give a damn. So excuse me for going off.
DJ Freakley, $1. Appreciate you, man. But what I want to talk about is you're seeing small snippets. You're seeing small snippets of what this team is possibly going to be come game day. The last 18 hours, I've been looking at all of the footage with Mike Penix and everything. And it's funny how Mike Penix and them have seen all of y'all controversy, all of y'all talking left, right, this, that, and the other. And that young man, he gonna get under some of y'all skin. That young man right there, but that young man's confidence right now got a lot of people irritated. He beloved, but he got a lot of skeptics irritated. And I love it. A lot of skeptics irritated. He come out the woodwork. Hey, we got the ball to KP. Gonna be a lot more of that. They like, oh shit. He telling the media right off the bat, like, yo, we gonna be that team and we gonna win these games. And I know a lot of people, especially ESPN and all of them, well, those are some mighty tall words from Mike Penix, but he still has to prove it. Here's why I love it. Here's why I love it. If he bold enough to come out his mouth and say it, and I want y'all to listen clearly to what I'm about to say. If he's bold enough to come out of his mouth and say it, then he's bold enough to back it up. And it's already showing because he's telling his coaches now, hey, bro, just let the play go. Let whatever you got on that playbook, run it. Don't hold nothing back. Run it.
And my apologies. What was DJ question? Did y'all answer this question? I don't know if you saw it.
Hold up, I gotta go back because I didn't see it.
Do y'all think Kirk Cousins could lead us to the playoffs? Of course he can. We have the weapons offensively. Anytime you have a running game with but Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson, that's enough. And the offensive line stays healthy. So absolutely we have Kirk. All he needs to do is just not turn the ball over. We would have been in the playoffs if he didn't turn the ball over, but he turned the ball over. So we was unable to win. So of course we believe in Kirk Cousins. That's why you give him $100 million. He is more than capable of getting us to a Super Bowl. But when you turn the ball over, that's not enough. This is what I'm talking about. Like, we got to stop believing in fairy tales and what actually happens. Y'all believe in fairy tales. All of this, I'm a Falcon for life. Yeah, that's a Falcon. That's all cool and all, but these Falcons got to show us that they want it. They got to bring in the best coaches. They got to bring in the best players. They got to bring in the best front office guys to prove to us as fans that they want it. We just believing in fairy tales, sitting up saying, "I'm a Falcon for life. I really believe in my team." No,
Well,
that ain't good.
yeah, you know what? Like I believe in him. The one thing, the only drawback to Kirk is he has to get out of that mindset of getting comfortable where he used to be. That was one of his biggest problems too, because a lot of those interceptions could have been avoided had he surveyed the field. That's with any quarterback. I don't care how good you are. If you narrow your field when you have a plethora of weapons, you do your offense a disservice. You do your offensive coordinator a disservice. Because when you ignore the other weapons on the field, you basically narrow down the playbook that the offensive coordinator can use for you to do your job. You give the defense an ability to make your offense one-dimensional. A lot of those forced throws that he made that got picked off, if he'd have threw it to somebody else on the other side of the field, it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
And this is the reason why I said he reverted back to thinking he was still in Minnesota as his injuries nagged him. And as the season progressed, he got comfortable. He wanted to get the ball out of his hands and do what you call quick plays. That's fine. But if you're going to ignore a third of the field, then that is the box that you put yourself in. You're going to be penalized for it. And as we saw,
Let me ask you about a question. Everybody in the chat, I'm gonna ask y'all something. Are the Falcons Super Bowl champions? Or can they win the Super Bowl? Let's be completely honest. Can they win the Super Bowl? You compare them to Chiefs, Philadelphia, all the best teams in there. You think they can beat all of those teams with no hesitation?
I know my answer. My answer is no. My answer is no, because right now, the one thing you Mike tricked y'all if y'all don't understand it.
Mm-hmm. See, y'all did exactly what I thought y'all was gonna do.
Yeah.
Everybody just saying yes, but nobody. All right. The next question is this: do y'all believe that Raheem is capable of building a defense on his own with no help?
Nope.
Do you trust him as a head coach to make the right decisions?
Nope. I don't. Oh, hold on, Mike. Before you go further, okay. Here's why I say Mike tricked y'all. Mike said the best teams in the NFL. Do you think the Falcons can beat them without a doubt? Right now, no, because our team, with the inclusion of these new rookies, hadn't been together long enough to garner that experience. It ain't the fact that they can't beat the teams just beating them normally through the season, but those teams have championship experience. This group of guys,
saying it.
this group,
just blindly saying yes, and
yeah,
that's the reality. Y'all hating everything that I'm saying. I know y'all pissed off what I'm saying right now. I know this shit is getting under y'all skin, and me saying this. You probably saying to yourself, how is Mike how he's a fans talking like this? Because I know you lying to yourself. Because I don't believe this team is a Super Bowl contender.
They got to prove it, man.
They got to prove it.
But
just
the thing
because
is,
you got talent don't make you a Super Bowl team.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got to understand. The teams that have won the Super Bowl, see, we're far removed from the team that went to the 2016 Super Bowl. We don't have those guys on here anymore. So these guys collectively, I say collectively now, have never experienced a championship year. They haven't. So I can't, with my whole heart, say yes, because they have yet to prove it. They have yet to prove that their chemistry all together right now is going to work.
This question right here. What makes you say that he will fix it? What makes everybody say that he's going to fix it? Huh?
Because everybody's saying all this. Everybody's saying all of this artificial, superficial crap. But nobody's saying everybody's saying a whole bunch of nothing. Yeah, yes. No, I look. Look. We just talking about paper. I don't look. That paper don't mean anything. That paper don't mean nothing. That paper didn't mean anything when we talk about what's the dude now, Malcolm Butler, when he picked the ball off. Nobody would have thought that he would have made that interception in the Super Bowl at that moment and get at that given time. Nobody would have said Malcolm Butler was the guy that was gonna make the play in the Super Bowl. Why? Because he's a nobody. He's never done anything. So why would we believe in somebody who's never did anything? We believe in LeBron. We believe in Jordan. We believe in Chipper Jones because they actually did it. Raheem has never built anything. He's never built a championship. See, this is why this is we haven't even made the playoffs.
What you got, Ant?
That's the funny. Sorry about that.
What you say, Ant?
I don't know. I'm tired of talking about Raheem.
Oh, we talking about the Falcons. We talking about the Falcons. This ain't about right. Because the thing is, we like what makes you say and that this team, do you believe this team can get to a Super Bowl? Do you think?
Okay, so I'm gonna answer it like this. We already beat Philadelphia last year.
Mm-hmm.
We should have beat Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to see it. but hold on. I do believe that we have a chance to get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say this saying, and a lot of y'all, it's gonna go over a lot of y'all heads. Potential never won anything.
Nah, they ain't gonna say.
I'm gonna say it again.
A roster has never won anyone a Super Bowl. A roster has never done that.
Potential has never won anything. You know how many times we didn't seen the team stack up? I'm gonna give you an example. When Philly first got all of those Georgia players, everybody was like, "Oh man, they stacking up. They gonna be this. They gonna be that." That potential on that team didn't do anything. Why? Because it was inexperienced potential.
Mm-hmm.
It took them a couple years to be on that team for them to get it.
Yes.
Could they? Was it a possibility? Yes. Is it a possibility that the Falcons can get to the Super Bowl and win it? Yes. It's a possibility for any one of these 32 teams to get there. Possibility is there. Will they get there? That has yet to be seen, but potential ain't won nothing. I ain't seen not one team in any sport win a championship off potential. I seen them win it off of working. I seen them winning it off of consistency. I seen them winning it off of, trial and error, having experience, making adjustments, getting the wrong stuff right at the right time. Yes. I've seen them make it off of a run, but I ain't never seen none potential win anything. So that's what we talking about. We're not saying that our team can't do it. They have an opportunity to, they have potential to, but that potential does not equate a championship.
It's like saying only every kid is gonna make a Pro Bowl when he can barely get past 5-6 sacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't shown that ability to get to that next level. Once you get to that next level, this is what creates, success at the end of the day. You can't keep saying I'm a Super Bowl champion if you haven't made it to the playoffs.
Right. Appreciate that, Diamond Honey 81. Yes, please make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, man. I'm gonna be putting out some more shorts, and we definitely gonna be giving you guys some, some good steals from training camp. But here's 4 things that y'all need to pay attention to with this team. The one is 2 of them going on right now in front of your face. What you want this team to exhibit is a aggressive, no nonsense, no bend over attitude.
Yes.
No quit. The second thing you want this team to do is have chemistry, because chemistry is one of those funny little things where chemistry will win you a game that you're losing. I'm going to say that again. Chemistry will win you a game that you're losing. Because chemistry allows you and your brothers beside you to pull it together at the right moment. The third thing is coaching consistency. And why do I say that? Your coaches are going to have to be on par with each other so that they function like an organism too. Because they have to be able to see the adjustments that need to be made and make them. Timely adjustments. Not adjustments at the end of the game when you damn near ain't got no way of winning. You don't adjust then. You just say, okay, I fucked up. Timely adjustments. And the last and the biggest piece is they have to perform. They got to perform. They got the players, the whole body of the team must want to win more than the coaching staff does. I said that last season. Mike Penix, the reason why I'm excited for him to be our quarterback is because he already has it in his head that he's a winner. His vision is at the finish line already. His body and the team got to catch up. So that means that he's going to have a mentality that he's going to share with the team. So if you basically have a mindset going into a game that you want it, then you're going to play like you want it. Now, a lot of y'all going to say, well, that's being arrogant, such that you act like this, you get complacent. No, it's a difference. Thinking you want it and playing like you won't win it is 2 different things. I can think I'm going to win something all day. I can go to Vegas and say, I'm going to go in that slot machine room and win all stuff. If I don't go in there and win it, if I don't put the work in, if I don't try to be smart enough to know when to stop so I can walk out with some money, it does me no good. I can think about it all day.
I expect this Atlanta Falcons team to win 8 games because that's what he's shown me that he can do. He's shown me that he can win 8 games. Yeah. That's my expectations. If you have expectations higher than what somebody's giving you, you're living off hope. I don't live off hope. Like we got to put in, this team guy has to put in the work. The players have to show me that they want it. And this is what Warren's talking about.
Let me get this right quick.
Handful of people that's showing us. We got a handful of the Bisons, the Tylers, the Landstroms. We have a handful of guys, but we don't know if this entire roster, including the coaches, want it. They got to show us that they want it.
Okay, let me get this, Mike. I'm all right, Tank. Since you say that, yeah, you're right. He's won games. He's won games. The thing is, when he was put in, he was put in dire situations. So other than college, you have nothing else to go on but what he showed when he was put in the game. Number one, I want my quarterback to be able to rally the troops, even in a game that he knows he can't win. What you're talking about is he ain't won championships. He ain't got to the playoffs yet. He hasn't won championships yet. Yet he's showing you on the field time and time again. He has the ability to. See, you can't base a season on a young man in 3 games. He's won games. But the stuff that you guys are looking for, he ain't won that yet. You're correct. He hasn't. But he's shown that he can do it. He's shown he can command an offense. He's shown he can make throws. He's shown he can make touchdowns himself. So that's all I need to know. Only thing is now, everybody else got to get on one page. That's the difference.
It's all about consistency. It's all about consistency. And that's what it comes down to. You can't say that I believe this team is gonna make a Super Bowl when we can't consistently put a great team together.
Mhm.
That's living off hope. That's living off hope. And like I said, this ain't a popular. This is very unpopular opinion because as Falcons fans, we live off of hope. We hope that we'll get another Mike Vick. We hope we'll get another Matt Ryan. We hope that get another prime time. We hope all of this, but hope don't win championships.
Right. But you know something, Mike? I'm gonna say some contradictory to that, and then we're gonna go to Ant. I don't want another Vic. I don't want another Matt Ryan. I want a Michael Penix. What is he going to bring? What legacy is he going to leave the team? I don't want them. Why? Because they did what they did for the time they were here. Because if you want something that the old quarterbacks did, you also want the failures that came with them. This what y'all, and I'm giving y'all mindset right now. If you want these old quarterbacks back, you want their failures too. I want Penix. Why? Penix is fresh. He's new, untapped potential, and his slate is clean. I want to see what Penix is going to do for this team. I've already seen what Matt Ryan has done. I've already seen what Mike Vick has done. I've already seen all the other quarterbacks that came with the Atlanta Falcons. I want this young man to be a clean canvas. Yes, he reminds me of this person. Yes, he has skill sets of this person, but I want him to win it on his own merit, not off of somebody's legacy. That's the problem. When you want something old, you got to take the good and the bad. You can't want something and then just take the good. No, you got to look. If you want Matt Ryan back, you're going to have the failures of Matt Ryan. I'm sorry to tell you. It ain't Matt Ryan ain't going to come back in the league clean. He's not. I want to see what this young man is capable of now. And from what I'm seeing, he wants his team to have some attitude. He wants his team to, when teams play us, he wants a team like, oh, shit, we got to play the Falcons. That's what he wants. Right, Mr. Lee. Yeah, I want him to be able to score touchdowns on his own merit. That's why y'all don't hear me talking about that. Because if you want old, you got to go with the old stuff. He is his own quarterback. And a quarterback that's confident in himself, he will actually impart that on his team. What did Mike tell y'all last season? I want to see my quarterback in my coach's face. What are you doing, bro? That was not the play, bro. What's going on? I want to see my quarterback and I want to see the leaders of my defense get in his face. Hey, bro, come on now. We ain't doing this again. We got a chance to win this game. You need to tighten up. Give us the play, let us play. That's what he's been telling his coaches. Give me the play and let me play. I want my team to want it more than the coaches. That's a championship team. If you leaning on your coaches to win the game for you, you already lost. Already lost. What you got, Ant?
Well, what we talking about?
We talking about, basically how you say the makeup of this team going forward.
I think the makeup of this team is it's a mixture of young and veteran and some vets. Where we can start off with the veterans and then bring the young pups along slowly but surely, so we can have sustained success for years to come. And that's how they've drafted past couple of years and what we've done in the off season, bringing in some veterans these past couple of off seasons. So, and these defensive coaches are going to be vital for
Mm-hmm.
our our young guys that's trying to grasp what we are doing now. So it all depends. I'm looking forward to what our defensive line can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we finally get pressure, up the middle? Getting sacks, that's the sexy thing. But you don't get sacks without getting pressure.
There you go.
So that's what I'm looking for.
And that goes to what we were saying. We got all, and that's why we got to, as fans, we got to stop all this blind following the team. We can't blindly follow teams because it's the home team. Like, no, I don't give a fuck about being an Atlanta Falcons if the Atlanta Falcons are not putting in the work. Like, fuck Grady Jarrett if he can't give me 10 sacks. Fuck AJ Terrell if he can't give me interceptions. If he's not putting in that work, what the fuck am I following him for? Why
Right.
am I believing Arthur Blank if he's not bringing in all these guys to make sure that we have a tight roster? But I've seen what Arthur's done. He don't play around when it comes down to being able to. When he wants a player, Arthur Blank is gonna get it. And when he wants to fire your ass, he's gonna fire you. I
Yeah.
believe in Arthur Blank, but I don't believe in shit our coaches have done because they ain't done anything. They don't deserve any of our praise. They don't deserve shit. Zach Robinson don't deserve it. Raheem don't deserve it. Jerry Gray, these guys don't deserve any of our credit. They don't deserve any of that. Arthur Blank has Arthur Blank has created he's put together a team that got to a Super Bowl. Raheem ain't do that. We can't even consistently stop the run. We can't even consistently get sacks year after year. I'm supposed to believe in this team? Like, that's blind. This is blind following, and I am done. Just because I'm a Grady baby, I'm born in Atlanta. I've been here all my life, most of my life. I'm not blindly following the team just because they the home team. I'm a Georgia Bulldog. I'm a Georgia Tech fan. These guys actually won championships. I'm a Braves fan because they actually won some. We got a lot of fans out here lying to themselves. And I know I'm not going to look. I know this is not a well received uh uh conversation, but this is what we're doing. We're blindly, and we got to hold Raheem. We got to hold all these guys. Like I said, Arthur did his job. He got us to a Super Bowl. He built the Super Bowl contender off his dime, of his instruction.
That he did.
Raheem,
That he did. But you know what? What people got to understand now, and I want y'all to do this. With all that being said, one step at a time. Y'all gonna have to pack. Y'all gonna have to pack your patience, man. One step at a time. We get out here to training camp. We're gonna take a look and see what they're coming up with. We're gonna see who's thriving. Then they decide, okay, now we're gonna get down to the 53-man roster. You're gonna see if they're gonna play chess during the preseason. And then we get to game one. One step at a time. Right now, I'm not even worried about the playoffs. I'm worried about how these guys gel in the regular season. What kind of chemistry this team has going into the season gonna tell me everything I need to know about later on in the season. Because that's the exact same thing that's gonna pull us through some of these games. one step at a time. If we do what we need to do throughout the season and we have a little bit of luck, we'll see the playoffs. See, I like this right here. Absolutely. If you are a Falcons fan, you are patient. You ain't got no choice, Connie. You're right. You ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice. The season is always long for us. But if we take it one step at a time, I don't need high blood pressure during the Falcons season. Because my expectations is one step at a time. From game to game, from week to week.
Rome wasn't built in a day. It was built in several centuries.
Yeah. And for everybody that like us, that we're not really concerned, but we have our eye on Raheem. I'm gonna tell you something about when you have a coworker. A lot of times it takes seeing your friend put in 100% for you to put in 100%. Again, this is mindset. Raheem had no reason to put in 100% when he had a lackey as a defensive coordinator. Why? Because Raheem was the smartest dude in the room. I want y'all to pay attention to this. Raheem was the smartest dude in the room. And I know a lot of y'all like, well, how the hell is he the smartest dude doing the dumbest shit? Well, guess what? If nobody else steps up to show you a different way and make you look at yourself like, damn, I might need to examine what the fuck I'm doing, you the smartest dude in the room. You just got the dumbest ideas. Jeff Ulbrich is his friend and played beside him in Atlanta. But the difference is Jeff Ulbrich is willing to get in there and get dirty with the players and be an example. Raheem, rather, he likes to be a statue. So what's going to happen is Jeff Ulbrich's effect on the linebacker room, the DB room, and the guys up front. Now you don't want your friend outshining you, so now you got to up your game. And I'm gonna give you a prime example before we go. On this panel, anytime one person go off, if the other person on the panel is lacking, they tend to go off. Why? It's competition. And see, with those two both not having any leeway to make mistakes, the man that works the hardest is the one that will stay. Because he gonna make the adjustments when they need to be made. He gonna remind the players why they playing. He gonna get in there with them and get dirty. I mean, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I don't need no competition because I think I'm the best any fucking way. So
Quincy, he said Jeff Copeland. Hey, that has yet to be seen.
look, we got a bunch of fake Falcons fans on at the end of the day. All y'all fakes and up here. I believe in Raheem. Y'all hoping that he's able to do it. Y'all don't believe in shit he doing. Y'all hoping.
And Diamond Honey talking about one of Raheem is the outrun the South. See, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you watch Raheem in these press conferences, he's not gonna say that right now. He's not going to say that because of what happened last season. So you probably won't hear him say that now. I'm gonna say it like this. If we do what we supposed to do and we're back on top of the NFC South, you may hear him say that, and then you may hear them. You
Hold
made
on,
him
hold
blanket him,
on.
tell him to shut up.
Let me make this motherfucking shit clear. Okay, let me hear. I want you motherfucker get the wax out your fucking ears and get your fucking emotions right. Okay, you don't believe in them actually winning. You're hoping that they win. Why? Why? See, Falcons ain't won anything. So how can we say with all honesty that we believe in this franchise ability to win championship when they've shown us none? But they don't have one championship. Being a fan and actually believing, you don't believe. You can be a fan all you want to, but you're not being a truthful fan when you say I believe in this guy when they've shown you nothing. The Bulldogs actually showed me that they can win championships because they won a championship before. They put together something. The Braves, they actually won a championship. So I believe in their ability to build a champion. Chicago Bulls, we actually saw them win championships. At this point in time, we're hoping that the Atlanta Falcons are going to get. So that, like, I want y'all to get out of your feelings, because what you're a fan that's not being truthful. You're not being truthful saying you believe in this franchise. You're not truthful you're wishing upon a star, which we all do as fans. Look, please, Lord, please let my Falcons win. Please let them win. We all saying, please let this guy, Michael Penix, be the real deal, because I'm tired of looking at Desmond Ritter each year. Please, Lord, don't let this guy or that guy be a bust. We saying that. We say this every year. But to say that we actually believe in this Falcon team gonna win a Super Bowl, that's crazy, because they've never been there.
Right.
There's a difference between being a fan and liking a team and a fanatic of a team and actually believing in their abilities to win championships. I don't believe in this Falcons organization to win a championship. I believe in them to be able to get there because we've done it twice. So I believe in our ability to get there, but to actually win it, they haven't proven that to us.
Yeah. And like Connie Fisher said, as a fan, we all live on a wish factor. We do. That's why I said one step at a time. I'm not going into the first game of the season talking about playoffs. We got too many games ahead of that to be worried about the playoffs. Playoffs will take care of themselves when they get here.
We got so much to worry about. Like, we worried about Raheem getting us to the playoffs. Look, we'll get to the playoffs if he improves as a coach. All of that's gonna come. But in order for Raheem to be a better coach, he's got to learn how to lead first.
Right.
You can't win a championship. You're most Falcons fans, we're trying to hurry up and get to the Super Bowl in 2 years. But in order for Raheem to become a great head coach, where he has the potential, but none of that potential means nothing if he doesn't take care of what he needs to take care of right now. It's the basics. You got to learn the basics of ball before you get to the Super Bowl. If you don't understand the basics, like I said, that's just a bunch of wish. One game at a time, brother.
This is what you want from your head coach. I want Raheem to learn critical situation thinking. That's what I want. I don't care about nothing, no other coaching skill that he's going to try to muster. I need him to learn critical thinking skills in the right moment, because that's what wins Super Bowls. One critical thought put out there during a critical moment is what turns a whole game around. Okay? If you look at the Philly and Kansas City Super Bowl, for them to come out the way they did, their coach had to have some kind of critical thinking skills on how to get that team and keep that team's momentum where it was up to halftime, to where we looking at Kansas City like, y'all even gonna play ball? That's what you want. I don't care nothing about his media presence. I don't care nothing about the culture presence. I don't care nothing about what he thinks he knows about the defense. I need this man to have critical thinking skills in moments where the team can either win it all or lose it all. That's what I need.
Yeah, we're waiting on the one. Look, we waiting on the same DJ. We want the same thing. But all this, I believe in Raheem. You don't believe in him. Like, you're hoping because he hasn't done it, and that's all we're saying. All this, look, fans. I say it all the time. We think we are fans, but at the end of the day, we all wishing upon a star. We wishing, especially if you're not the Steelers, you're not the 49ers, you're not the Chiefs, you're not the Eagles. We are wishing upon a star. If you're not the Ravens, we're wishing upon a star. We've never been there. We're hoping to get there. And as long as we are honest about ourselves as fans and saying, all right, we're not the Chiefs. We don't have the answers. We don't have the formula on how to actually win Super Bowls.
That part.
We have to say to ourselves, like, all right, let's take it one day at a time. Let's take it one game at a time and say, all right, if Raheem is going to be a great coach and we're going to win a championship, I need Raheem to look to get better at building the defense. You know what I'm saying? Like DJ saying, I need for him to just work on building a good defense first. If he can do that, then I know, all right, we're getting closer and closer to being more confident in what these guys are doing. But until they are consistent at building something, how can we say that we truly believe in this and Raheem and this franchise if they look, we still trying to figure out who's gonna be the next John Abraham. And we up here talking about you believe in Raheem Morris. We still looking for the next Grady Jarrett. We still looking for the next Primetime. We still looking for the next Julio. We still looking for the next Matt Ryan. And we up here talking about we believe in these guys. Like this, it's not true, y'all. It's not true.
What? And see, this is what y'all got to understand too. When you win a championship, you basically establish your identity because you learn what the team does well in order to win a championship. And you learn what the team didn't do well, but you were able to overcome to win a championship. See, we already learned, we know what it takes to get there. But once you win a Super Bowl, you establish your identity. So now the organization knows what to build on concretely. Right now, it's hit and miss because the last two times we got there, those players no longer they're either not in the league anymore or they're no longer playing on this team. So whatever identity we had, we can't use that identity. The identity we had that got us to 16 is not going to be the identity that gets us to 2026. It's not. So when you learn to win a Super Bowl, you inevitably build your brand. You build what you are, your identity. Now people know what we're going to do. We can say we can run the ball all day long. We can say we could have a bunch of passing yards. We can say we can have a top 5, top 10 defense. But if none of that comes together to win a championship, you really, truly you can't really lean on identity because you haven't proven to yourself in the world that your identity or what you claim your identity is strong enough to win a championship. Philly's identity was running the ball. That's what won them the championship. So they know, keep the running game, build upon it. Kansas City had a phenomenal passing game. What did they do? Keep the passing game, build on it. So that take it one game, one step at a time. And then if you get there and you win it, now you know what to do to keep winning.
And before we kind of end it,
I'm gonna say this. People can say you have all the leadership qualities. Having the qualities is all cool, but none of that. Faith without works is what one?
Dead, man.
Dead.
Dead.
Faith without works. You know what works are? What is works?
Making things happen.
It's about action, making it happen. If you don't step out and say, all right, I have faith in my abilities, and you never talk, that's faith without work. I know I'm the best freestyler. I know I'm the best. Can't nobody tell me, man, Mike ain't the best freestyling live show host there is. Because I put my mouth, I put my money where my mouth is. I get on these live shows solo dolo, and I put out a lot of things that end up coming true. And I spend 2-3 hours actually doing it when I do it, and I do this by myself a lot of times. That's putting your money where your mouth is. So you can sit up here and say that I have all the leadership qualities, but if I don't actually take the time and put the work in and hit that live button, get my laptop and actually turn on the microphone and sit down and talk to y'all and prove to y'all, like, hey, I'm a real Falcons fan. I'm a real NFL fan. Like, if I'm not actually putting in the work, how can I say I'm the best? I'm not even saying nothing. I'm doing a whole bunch of talking. You got to put the faith without works is nothing. So until these guys actually prove to us, we can continue to cheer and we can cheer, the old ways of Falcon. And that Julio, Matt Ryan, Mike Vick, until they actually get it done and give us another Johnny Abraham and give us another Julio Jones and give us another Matt Ryan and give us another prime time and give us another Dan Reeves. Faith without works means nothing. Kobe Bryant said it the best. I don't respect nobody who ain't putting in the work. If you ain't putting in the work, get the fuck out my face.
That's it. That's it. Well, look, man, we a little bit before 2 hours. Hey, I appreciate you guys for hanging in there with us. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to Mr. Tactician 78, Mad Mike Sports and Mad Mike Network. Make sure you guys, if you are going to training camp, let us know. We would like to, sit down.
Hit us on Instagram, man. Hit us on Instagram if y'all out there. And we'll be sure. Like I said, I'll have a couple of my devices out so I can be sure to kind of keep up with y'all if y'all inbox us or something like that. If y'all want to come out and take pictures with us and chill with us, whatever the case may be. We'll be out there tomorrow. Yeah, I'm about to wind it down so we can get a few hours of rest. And cause we'll be right back up I know I'll be up by 4 o'clock or so.
Yeah, my internet keep going out, y'all. Hold on.
Like I said, we're up. I know I'll be up about 4 o'clock or so to get ready to and head out to Flowery Branch. But like I said, y'all out there, let us know. Hit me up on Instagram at Mad Mike Sports or Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Message us or yeah, you can follow. You look, like I said, just hit us up on one of the two, and we'll be sure to get back at you, man. And we'll find a meetup spot somewhere out there so we can take some pictures and converse or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. My internet was over here acting ignorant. But yeah, man, like I said, you guys can also follow me on X, man, Mr. Tactician ATL. Also just check out the shorts I'll be putting out because that's usually what I'm doing normally during the week. But yeah, come check us out at training camp and everything. Like I said, you never know. Y'all probably be in for a show with us out there doing that. But hey, thank you guys again for tuning in. ATL Sports Endgame. We will be going over some of the players and the roster. I know we didn't get enough time to do that tonight, so stay tuned. And Mike, what you think we're going to be on Originators on Monday?
Yes.
All right, so you guys make sure you tune in because I know we'll have the Regulators on Sunday, but make sure you guys tune in to the Originators on Monday so that we will go over the post training camp show. And listen, one game, 1 week at a time, and we'll see what they're gonna do. All right, man. Look, always get better, not bitter. We out, y'all. Later.
Public service announcement. The enemy closest to you will never show their true colors.